Hey, my name is Brother Tristan Greenleaf.
My name is Kaitlyn Greenleaf.
And we would like to talk to you today about endurance in your walk with God and in your everyday life.
The definition of endurance is the ability to withstand hardship or adversity. It means that you don't give up when things get tough. Whatever the hardship, whatever the adversity, whatever the trial, you keep going, you keep pushing forward, and you keep the faith.
Some may be familiar with the story of Job in the Bible, and some may not. But Job's story is a great example of endurance. But let's start with what the Bible tells us about who Job is. Job 1:1 says, "There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. And that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil." Eschewing meaning shunning. It goes on to say that in the chapter that Job had a wife, 7 sons, and 3 daughters. He was also considered a very wealthy man.
So what happened to Job? He seemed to have everything and lived a wholesome life, loving and serving the Lord. In Job 1:8, Satan speaks with the Lord about Job. Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil." "Does Job fear God for nothing?" Satan replied. "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Then Satan went from the presence of the Lord.
From there on, Job experiences tremendous amounts of loss, hurt, and hardships. If you continue reading, it tells us that Job lost all of his livestock, all his children died, and he developed painful boils all over his body. And his very own wife and his so-called friends didn't support him and told him that he should curse God himself. Job faced a lot, but with that, he endured a lot, and he never stopped serving God and praising his name. We read earlier in Job 1:9 that Satan was convinced, he was sure that if everything that Job had was stripped from him, he would surely curse God. But Job showed him, and he didn't.
Just as the definition of endurance, Job withstood all hardships and adversity he faced.
It wasn't easy. I know each and every one of us face difficulties day in and day out. Individually and collectively, there are challenges that come against us. Our daily walk with the Lord is not promised to be easy. However, we do have a promise from the Lord.
In James 1:12 that reads, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, or when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him."
In our lives, we face trials and tribulations every day. But it is up to us to keep our minds on the main thing, which is Jesus.
Just as Job did, we must endure. We must keep going, and we can't give up.
As Pastor says, we must keep the faith. Without faith, your struggles may seem taller and wider than the biggest mountain. But with that faith in God, we can have the power to endure, to climb, and reach the peak to overcome and accomplish what we thought was impossible. God bless, and we are faith.